assistant Kevin Costner made fun of Meghan and Harry. Foreign music specifics were forgotten. Welcome back to Kate Middleton and the Queen Channel, everyone. Though we already know that Harry and Meghan were beaming as they arrived at Kevin Costner's 1-800-5-LIVE charity event last Friday, I wonder if Harry ever imagined that he would end up as a Californian renter-royal. While the event was opulent and flashy, aside from helping local first responders raise money, it really is a pitiful shadow of the kind of events that Harry would have attended and even hosted if he had just stayed with the royal family. Looking back, a few odd details are really St. Harry's expression was decidedly Burmese. It seems to me that he relies on Meghan to guide him, to push him aside, or even forward. All the medicines have utterly ruined his brain, and he has been brainwashed to the point where he is unable to think for himself. Meghan will stop at nothing to ensure that he follows her instructions, so all he does is follow her orders. God knows what she's like in private, considering how we've witnessed her outburst in public. What made it so funny, though, is that it was obviously everyone was under strict orders not to allow Meghan to use the microphone at all. We saw the Founders Lady walk on stage, and when Harry was there to present the award, the guy wanted to give Harry the microphone. Harry simply waved his hand for the guy to give it to Meghan, and the guy could only laugh. He crossed his arms and refused to do it. It was pretty obvious what was going on. Who at WME really thought it was a good idea to tamper with Costner's reputation by pushing someone like Meghan Markle? It appears like Kevin Costner got marked-led. I mean, he really should have spoken up to WME when they told him that he had to invite her. I hope they realized what was wrong. If I were a client of WME, I would threaten to find a new agency if they insisted on Meghan being involved in anything I was doing. I mean, they shouldn't tarnish the reputations of their other clients by attempting to help out Meghan Markle. That doesn't make any sense. Meghan is a horrible businesswoman once more because she is simply taking advantage of other people's celebrity. It's absurd how desperate Meghan and Harry are to gain attention for themselves. They are, after all, grabbing any chance to be photographed, which is ironic considering that they are the ones who advocated for privacy, don't they? If I were a betting woman, which I am not, I would bet on WME forcing their way into this event, and Costner essentially having no choice but to grant it as he only wants to raise money for this worthy cause. However, did you note that the apparently close friends of Meghan and Harry, such as Ellen, Oprah, and others, were not shown with the gory couple? Kevin Costner was most likely given some notice beforehand by WMA. Being one of their most well-known clients, it's unlikely that they could just show up on him. I assume that, being a businessman, he would say, well, no problem, but make sure to sell them the most costly ticket so my charity can get some money. Though I don't think he was expecting Backrid to show up, he informed them both that the area was off-limits to photographers. I suppose WME is growing desperate since they think there is still money to be gained from Meghan Markle, even if Meghan and Harry naturally decline to do anything without that film team following them about. I have no idea why they think so, but they will definitely keep pushing for her to be promoted, and I wouldn't be shocked if a less experienced employee was given the task of managing Meghan. How hard a job that would be. If things don't work out that way, at least nothing is truly lost. Perhaps it's similar to an apprenticeship. Another thing that caught my attention was how Meghan smiled and glanced at Kevin Costner as if she was trying to get his approval, but he didn't even bother to look at her. Why in the world would he want to get connected with that serpent, given the arduous divorce he recently went through? The false Meghan Markle is staring at him like a girl in a bedroom. They are not buddies. Kevin Costner, I would assume, is genuinely very selective about the individuals he spends time with. He would never hang around with someone like Meghan. And still hot is Kevin Costner. There were 3 small plant pots on the table, all white, and Meghan hurried over to give one to Kevin Costner. Did she even choose the right one? I mean, for all Meghan knew, they could have been engraved with things and a name. Wouldn't it be funny if she gave him the wrong one? I don't care if he's older, that man still has it going on, so he could attract some beautiful, intelligent, nice woman if he wanted a new one. I love that joke he made about friends with no manners. Maybe those people showing up uninvited. I really adore how Meghan attempted to corner the entire situation and make it about herself, but they wouldn't let her. Kevin Costner did not even bring their names up when he gave his speech, and apparently it really was Harry and Meghan who Costner was outing in his speech when he talked about some friends who don't have any manners asking how much his property and land were worth. So in his speech Costner mentioned that somebody asked about how much his home and land was worth, and I'm sure that caught Meghan like a knife, because she knew that he was talking about her. I mean, just look at Harry's facial expression. He was shocked. He knew good and well it was Meghan who asked Costner the dollar amount value. I mean, Harry is such a fool for staying with a trashy woman like that. The next detail we have got to talk about is that apparently Meghan's ring is not being fixed now. A jeweler can easily make a ring in about 7 days now. To fix one only takes about 3 days. Meghan has supposedly been getting her ring either modified or repaired for such a long time now, so what exactly has she done with it now? This is just speculation on my part, of course, but I'm guessing Meghan suspects that a divorce is coming, and so she's probably having the real diamonds replaced with moissanite tubes, because she's trying to hide away the real diamonds so she can sell them later on if needed when she's officially no longer with Harry. Of course, to be fair, she will need the money eventually, so it's not really a stupid plan. It's an evil plan, but it's not a stupid one. But seriously, what sensible person out there is going to want to get involved with Meghan Markle at this point, or Harry for that matter? I mean, all of the world is laughing at those two, including the paid employees and that PR firm Amendola WME. As a prominent figure in Hollywood, he has been making a great effort to reposition Meghan. The goal of all those puff pieces published by WME is to present Meghan in a more favorable light than she actually is. Honestly, it seems absurd given that everyone is aware of her reputation for being a gold digger at this time, especially in light of her blatantly trashy behaviors. I stated yesterday that WME fails, with reference to Meghan and Harry's PR.